Welcome back to the Charge Cowboys Sports Report. I called this one, not like I did the last two games. Last two games I was dead wrong, but this one was pretty easy to call. Cowboys pretty much dominate all four quarters. We let them get a garbage time touchdown. At the end, I cannot stand when we don't close out like that. We let Harris take it to the house. 10 points looks a lot better than 17. 27-10 looks a lot better than 27-17. Now we have 10 days, a nice long 10 days, to rest up, get healthy, get our coaches back, and prepare for Washington, who people think are going to give us a run for our money in the division. We're going to sweep them with no problem. Gregory and Gallimore come back for that game. They won't have their fresh legs under them. They'll probably be on a pitch count on their first game back, like Tank was tonight. And you saw the impact Tank had. If he's there a split second earlier, that's a fumble, a strip sack that he gets. Tank is back, baby. And just wait till Gregory and Gallimore get there with Parsons, who got his 9th sack of the night. No, 10th. Yeah, that was his 10th. 10th sack of the night as a rookie. And Diggs gets his 9th interception. Ties a franchise record of Everson Walls of 9. So one more and Diggs holds a franchise record for INTs in the season. And we've only played 12 games so far. Now, you look at the stats. Dak is 26 of 40. He had all of his weapons today. Now, I know going on the road to the Superdome can be a little bit difficult. I know the Saints' defense can be pretty formidable, especially when they just take away the run game as they do. We didn't have a run game except for Tony Pollard's explosive run down the sideline. He is our fastest player. Don't let that fool you. Maybe Kelvin Joseph may be just as fast, but he plays defense. Tony Pollard is our fastest player on our roster. That goes 26 of 40, 237, a horrible interception to try to put the Saints back in the game, and an early touchdown to Gallup. So, really, with Dak's arm, he had one drive that ended with a touchdown. And it involved the three-headed monster at receiver. He hits Cooper over the middle for a good 30-yard gain, and then screen pass to CD for a good 43, 44 yards. And then a fade in the end zone of Michael Gallup for the touchdown. So all three receivers caught a ball for that first touchdown drive. Then field goal. Then second touchdown. Pollard takes it to the house. Then field goal. Then the third touchdown, I would have never guessed it. Carlos Watkins takes it out of the air and runs it back the other way. 4-6. That was beautiful. I had a feeling we were going to score on defense. I thought it would be somebody else, not him. But hey, Carlos Watkins, shout out to you, brother. You got your first NFL touchdown with a pick 6, baby. Who says the big boys can't catch and run? So the one thing I do like about this game, I knew we were going to win it. We had to win it. And if we didn't win it, then we might as well pack up and go home because they're missing both of their star tackles and Alvin Kamara and Marcus Davenport on the defensive line. And we're finally getting healthy. We're missing a buttload of coaches that can make a difference, but we overcame that, and Dan Quinn coached a hell of a game and kept his defense up. What I liked is our defense got embarrassed last week. Well, yeah, last week is a week ago against the Raiders. Before that game, they had been playing good, very good. And the Raiders embarrassed them. So they come out tonight, even though it's against a limited offense, you can only play who's on your schedule. They really hold them to 10 points, 4 interceptions, and one of those is a pick 6. And then they let that garbage time touchdown go to Deontay Harris, who had 4 catches, 96 yards in the tub. If they don't give him that garbage time touchdown, he has 3 catches for under 40 yards. Tony Pollard had 7 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown. The majority of that came on one run. Zeke had 13 carries, 45 yards, 3.5 yards a carry. His knee is not right. He needs to rest. I would rest him against the Giants especially if Danny Dimes is not playing that game. That's the game I would rest him in and let that knee really get healthy because he's not healthy. As you can see, he's limping half of the time while he's walking. But he's still effective. He can still run effective. You saw that last run of the game. He almost took it to the house. He ran it 12 yards. I would have loved it for him to have taken it to the house and made it 34-17 final score. But my prediction was 38-10, 28-point win. We really won by 17, but it's technically a 10-point win. I'll still take it. We're 8-4. And we're back on the saddle now. We just needed to get that one win, that one confidence win to get back on the saddle, and we got it. And our defense definitely got it with everybody eating. Micah Parsons getting his sack. DeMarcus Lawrence having disruption. Osio Digizua had a good game disrupting up the middle. And Diggs, KZ, Curse, and Carlos Watkins with the final interception. 4 turnovers, beautiful. What frustrated me was Taysom Hill, which was interesting. I probably wouldn't think this, but he threw 41 times today. 19 of 41, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And then he ran the ball 11 times, 401 yards, 9.2 yard average. Mark Ingram, on the other hand, had 10 carries for 28 yards. We're good at stopping the run. We can be very good at stopping the run. But when you have a wild quarterback like that, that you don't have a whole lot of tape on, it's kind of hard to stop that. And we had a feeling that Taysom would run the ball a lot. And he had a bunch of gash runs. And a few times I knew that they were going to run a quarterback draw, even though they had an empty set. And I guess they just didn't sniff it out. But overall, defense played well. Offensive line played pretty good, being that Joe Fieldman and his assistant was out. Offensive line coach and offensive line assistant coach was out. Mike McCarthy got to sit in the hotel room and get a free win without having to make any hard decisions. Dan Quinn coached the game great. I wouldn't mind Dan Quinn taking over, to be honest with you. See what Mike does during the rest of the season, but I think Dan Quinn's a damn good coach and a damn good defensive mind. So that's another game that we held offense to 17 or less points. Our defense, 4 guys. So basically, it was a dominant game. If Dak, he refuses to scramble, which kind of aggravates me. In the very first drive that we had, it was 1st and 10, and they're playing man coverage, and there's nobody within 15 yards of him. And he can easily run for the first down and slide after 11 yards, but he throws it to CeeDee Lamb, who has 2 guys on him, and it's incomplete. Dak, start to scramble a little bit. Put that to your repertoire. Make defenses respect that, because defenses do not think you will run. Even if you got 50 yards of green grass in front of you, you'll stand in that pocket trying to make that big throw. You're big, fast, and athletic. I know you broke the leg. It is fully healed now. Probably stronger than it was before. Use your legs, Dak. That will be critical come postseason time. It really will. On that 3rd and 3, when nobody's open, and you can run for that first instead of standing in that pocket, waiting for somebody to hopefully get open and taking a sack, run for that first down and live to see another set of downs. But all in all, we get the win. I'm happy with that, very happy with that. CeeDee Lamb had a great game. He got a catch that wasn't a catch. We're in our own end zone. They didn't challenge, thank goodness. We rushed up to the line of scrimmage to snap the ball, but we can't get lined up properly, so it takes us forever. But they don't challenge, and we get a 9-yard pass to Gallup. So we got our 3-headed monster, backyard receiver, 10 days off. I hope this Cowboy team realizes how rampant COVID is in the NFL right now, and just everybody stay home. Take your 3 days, 4 days off, then go to practice and go home. Don't go out to eat. Don't go to a friend's house. Don't go anywhere. Nobody catch COVID. Let the other teams catch COVID. Be the smart team, Cowboys. Jerry Jones ought to have a virtual meeting or address this in the locker room tonight. During this 10-day period in between games, do not go into any social functions. Home practice, that's it. Nobody else get on the COVID list. Let the other teams self-destruct with that. We are getting healthy now during our stretch run. We have 5 games left. The next game we get Gregory and Gallimore back. We will have a fearsome foursome. I've been telling y'all, imagine Parsons, Tank, Gallimore, and Gregory as a 4-man rush and dropping 7 back into coverage. People don't want to throw to Diggs. They're starting to throw away from him now towards Brown's side. He's been playing solid. He played a good game tonight. He didn't get flagged for looking at a receiver like he did against the Thanksgiving game. Anthony Brown played solid. That's why we didn't cut him. I know I wanted to cut him last week, but that was just emotions. We'll have Cedric Wilson back next week also to put in our arsenal. And our offensive line, all 5 starters played. We should just keep Collins at right tackle and keep the starting 5 that we had today for the rest of the season because they have to get continuity. Musical chairs is not good. Tampa Bay has had the same starting 5 offensive linemen all of last season, all of this season, and that really goes a long way. Back in the early 90s, we had the same 5 offensive linemen play all season long. We did not play musical chairs because there's a trust factor there. The left tackle knows what the left guard's going to do. Left guard knows what the left tackles and center's going to do. The center knows what the 2 guards are going to do. And the right guard knows what the center and the right tackle is going to do. And the right tackle knows what the right guard's going to do. It's unspoken chemistry. And they can really run block well and most of all, pass block really well like that. So let Steele, I know he won the job to me. Let Steele just be the swing tackle. Or if not, just put Steele in and just keep it that way. Either or, keep a starting 5. No more musical chairs. Great defensive performance. You wouldn't guess it, but we let up, how many yards was it? More than I thought. The Saints put up 405 yards offense. But only put up 17. Won a garbage touchdown. We only put up 376. But the Saints defense always plays us tough. Dak Prescott's never scored over 13 against them. He's only played them twice. 2018, we beat him 13-10. 2019, we lose 10-12. So he scored 20 on offense this game, and we got a touchdown from the defense. So, future's looking bright. I don't know why people think Washington is going to be a roadblock for us. We are going to run them over in D.C. not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We're going to roll them over. We're going to win by 17 at least. Taylor Heineke is going to be chased all day by Randy Gregory and Micah Parsons. Gregory is very fast too. Not as fast as Parsons, but fast. And Tank Lawrence. They're going to give him a day of hell. He's going to have 2 hellish games out of 3 because we play him 2 out of 3 games. And then we'll go to New York. Well, Danny Downs will probably be benched for that game. Neck probably won't be ready. So in that game, if we're going to sit Zeke, I would sit him during that game. And let that knee get healthy because he is still our best back. Tony Pollard is just our fastest guy. But Zeke can really pound the rock when he's healthy, as you saw earlier this season. So sky's the limit, guys. We just obliterate Washington, Giants, Washington, our next 3 games, and then be 100% healthy, having Arizona come to town. We knock them off. We're instant credibility Super Bowl contenders. And then if Week 18 means anything during seeding, we will play. If it doesn't, and we're stuck with the 3rd or 4th seed or 2nd seed, then that will be our bye week. That will be the week where we sit our starters and let them get their rest. But if Week 18 has implications, then we play against Philly. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it has implications. that if we win, we can get the 1 seed. Then we'll play. But if not, that'll be our bye week. But Cowboy fans, the future's bright. And when we're healthy and in sync, we've never been 100% healthy all season. We are a force to be reckoned with. Green Bay, Arizona, Tampa Bay, Rams, Niners, whoever the 7th seed is going to be, everybody watch out. Because we're coming. We're coming. This was just a stepping stone. That's all that was. Next game against Washington, you're going to see a blowout from hell from the Cowboys, putting the smackdown on the team with no name. So everybody enjoy this win. Enjoy the next 10 days. And that's that for tonight. Enjoy the win, guys. Please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. Like and share. And I'll see y'all next time, guys.